Alright, caught Golduck, yeah. Wait, what are you? I've heard Pokemon talking about a flamingo Pokemon, but I didn't think it was that late in the game. Flamigo, oh wow, you removed the infamous name. Wow, very unique name, guys. Apparently people can say you can play it really early in the game. I didn't find it. Maybe it's the opposite side of the map I went. I went to that left side quite a bit. I didn't really go to the right side much, did I? At the very start before Mesagoza. You know, the southern right area, not just the right area in general in the middle. So I think it might be there maybe, who knows. Okay, there is a trainer on the... Oh, wait. Are we about to get a cutscene? Yeah, with you, Clavel. Alright, I see you. Cube. Operation Starfall's going well, wouldn't you say? Only 2 bosses left now. The whole experience has been eye-opening, Sailors. I'm glad I could take part. I'm curious, Cube, what do you think of passing up here? Yeah, the fact that not revealing their identity makes me think they can't be trusted. They got something to hide. Is that so? First, I don't think Cassiopeia feels any hate or resentment towards Team Star. Well, there must be some other reason behind Operation Starfall. But what could it be? Well, I better get back to keeping watch. Call for me to tell you to take on the base, okay? Sure. Alright, let's finally do this dialogue after they kept interrupting me at the end of yesterday. Would you be so kind as to indulge me in a quick battle? Sure. Go on, Harrington. Splendid, then let us begin. Sounds good to me, let's get it. Which, obviously, for those who don't know, that is actually one of the new Pokemon from the last generation. That is a Generation 8 Pokemon from Sword and Shield. We'll give you the flinch, and then I think you are a fairy dark type at this point, so I'm going to take a hammer on you. And there we go, and a big bonk hammer, as I'm going to call it. I think you are fairy psychic, so we're going to actually go with, I think, would fake height work? No, so it's, okay, I always forget how that move works. I always used to think it's like, oh, like whenever would it call it, they switch in a new moment. No, it's only when the first turn that you're on the field. Okay, I always get that mixed up way too much. So you're fairy psychic, and we're going to go with a flash cannon. How much damage are we doing to this? Could be decent. Nice, good crit. Psychic, that's going to be resisted like crazy. Thank you very much. Alright, one more flash cannon will finish up this fight for us. Thank you very much. An outstanding performance. However, beware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my paltry skills. You would do well to take care. Now if you'll excuse me. Hasta la vista. That gentlemanly guy used to be the director of the academy, I think. At least that's what I heard. Now he's like tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Hang on, why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubt you're here to make trouble, so I gotta go let everyone know. I see the guard has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Team Star's fairy crew, the Rookba squad. The boss, Ortega, is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skills are no joke. Underestimate him and things will go south for you quickly. He's also a real lead from the back type. He gets his grunts to do all the dirty work for him. His weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry and he'll march out to the front lines to deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sends your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up and go from there. Ring the bell on the gates once you're ready to kick off his phase of the operation. Time to whip the Rookba squad off the map. Code red, Operation Starfall alert. Everyone get into position, defend the boss with all you got. And rest assured, Intruder will deal with you without the boss's help, unless you manage to beat 30 monsters in 10 minutes. Okay. Well, let's get to it. And it seems to be quite an open area, this one. It makes sense for it being a fairy type one with a lot of flowers down about, so... Alright, let's deal with the Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff first of all. Let's go. And there they are. As the frame starts to go down to about 8 FPS, let's take it to God of War. And thank you very much for that. Alright, time to face the boss. Our defenses of reach is all up to the boss now. Here we go. A fairy type one, let's do this thing. Out of all the Team Star guys so far, I think I'm likely to win the most out of any of them, just in the trailers. Boss of Team Star's favorite crew, Ortega. Okay, I see you. Huh, so you're a cube. Okay. Talk about underwhelming. I was expecting something, I don't know, a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm going to lose to you anyway. If you think fairy types are all about cuteness, you're in for a nasty surprise. And trust me, I know. I've used quite a few of them before. I'm well aware. Right, what we got? Ortega of Team Star, and I like the luxury ball choice, by the way. Very epic. You're going to start with an Azumarill. Okay. That's actually not a bad matchup. Mira Scarlet would actually be an excellent choice against. It would literally counter out on both sides. Dark's good against a fairy, and then water and grass would be good against water. But of course, we won't have anything to feel about now. So we're going to start off with a fake out. Just get that little easy flinch chip damage off, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to go ahead with straight into Gigaton Hammer. We are fast on it. Surprisingly, because I think it's actually kind of quick. Alright, good damage. Aqua Tail. Can't remember what secondary effect that does. You just realize how much sure if you want to give up now, now's the time. Nah, okay, I'm good, Ortega. That did a lot of damage, makes me think this Azumarill has got huge power. We'll go with Play Rough. I should still take out, even with resist. Yep, easy. Nice. I wonder what this next one actually is. Wigglytuff. I think you are normal. You're either pure fairy or you're normal fairy. I can't remember which one it is. So with me just using Play Rough, that means I can now go ahead and use Gigaton Hammer again. So we're going to go right in for that. Good. Very, very nice. And that was a crit. Good stuff. Imagine a crit on top of 160 base steel type move. I get stabbed. That's probably like 200 power in there alone. And a Dark Spun. Alright. Now this is the one I don't think is going to do too much damage considering it's a right one, our first area mon. And it evolves very early, which makes me think you don't really do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to use a Hyper Potion. And if we survive 120 HP or more, I'm actually going to Terastallize into the steel typing here. Have a taste of this light move. Bet you can't handle my Pokemon with adorable strength. Go on, what you got for us? Play Rough, that's resisted. Okay, oh, did I say 140 HP? I mean 120 or more. I meant like 40 HP taken, you know what I'm saying? We're going to Terastallize and we're going to go for Gigaton Hammer. Oh, I can't lose it twice in a row. That's still fine. You can still Terastallize into the steel type and use Flash Cannon in. That guitar riff. No, not the riff, but the guitar. The guitar is going off in this, but in this theme. I love it. It's so good. Baby Doll Eye, that doesn't... Actually, that might affect me, yeah. It will affect my physical attack, but it won't affect the Flash Cannon because it's special. So that should be taking you out, I'd like to think. Okay, fair enough. The special defense does show up though. Okay, then I'm gonna go and Play Rough. Anytime my attack's been lowered, Gigaton Hammer still so much power that I should be using it regardless. I just didn't want to use it there before Reverum came out. So Reverum, I believe, is a poison steel type, right? Did you see that by the way there? Because he was embarrassed there, because you see the blushing cheeks there during that cutscene. He was embarrassed that he seems actually getting destroyed. Alright, so this is a poison steel type. I'm led to believe. Or is it not? Oh no, it's a special Reverum, I think. I think it's designed to be a certain type. So I think this is a fairy type. I don't know if it's pure fairy. Reverum is normally poison steel, but we would know if we have one. Which would mean that none of my steel type would not be effective here. I don't know why it is effective. Maybe it's a fairy type now. I don't know. It's really weird. If anybody knows the reasons why it's effective here, leave it in the comments of this video. But regardless, we're going to go on with Gigaton Low Steel Roller. I believe, yeah, we resist that. We resist. Alright, Gigaton Hammer, do your thing. It won't kill this thing because it's got like a 40 HP, but I would like to see half. You know what? That's fine. With my attack got dropped, remember? So you know what? I'm actually okay with that. Flash Cannon. Magical Tort. Again, resisted. This is literally the counter to this fight. Is I think a ton. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very surprised he doesn't have one because it's such a good fairy type to have. That did just as much damage actually, dang. And for dramatic effect, we'll just go ahead, unless it hits. Oh yeah, I can't even be confused, that's right. Epic. But yeah, Gigaton Hammer for dramatic effect. Let's end this thing. Go on, Gigaton. Bonk him. Thank you very much. And just like that, that is the Team Brickola Star Fairy Crew defeated. And it's one of our 3 objectives done tonight already. About a year and a half ago, so what's his backstory then? Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you it's not a toy, it's called the Starmobile and I was up all night building it. The problem is clearly that we're not giving it enough juice. I do think this thing to be powered by 2 Charcadet, but it's just too heavy. That's such a shame, I wanted to see the looks on our Bully's face once we got it moving. I'm sorry, I really thought it would work. Come, good fellows, it says no occasion for melancholy. How do you say that? Why, to make such a remarkable contraption by the fine own hand, genius, thy name is Ortega. Yeah, but there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have the repair, I'd just have asked Mother to buy a car for us. This is why people don't take you seriously, you see some stupid things, you know that. Well, I'd kill it, would you? Yeah, how about now? I mean, we even put in this code for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? If that hunger drink doesn't move it, get it moving. If we're short and juice, just gotta crank up the power somehow. It doesn't take a genius, man. That's easy enough to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yeah, I'm gonna train on my Charcadet and have him evolve. With our boosted firepower, we'll get the Starmobile moving no sweat. But the hour of operation starts night at hand. Will you succeed in time? Oh, I'll get it done. Right then. You know, Mela shoots her mouth off an awful lot, but she means well. I know. Yeah, this sucks. Huh. You see. I hate myself for losing, but I also can't get over how awesome you were in that battle. If our squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down, and going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Ah, fine, not like I have a choice anyways. I take the badge already. You'd better treat it with the respect it deserves. Okay, I see. I'm not done yet. He's my favorite team too. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. I feel it's going to be Dazzling Gleam, you know. Because we've already got Play Rough, you see what I mean? We haven't found that yet in the game. And just so you know, you are the worst, like the most annoying person ever. But I get it, you're super strong, I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington, I guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happened, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good heading home. Actually, a different map brought me. Somebody I would like you to meet. Clive, yep. He's a distinct acquaintance of mine. The name's Clive. Okay, what's your business here? I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and heir to a major apparel company, so why join a group like Team Star? What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, my answer's the same as everyone else in the team. It's cause I was being bullied. So the academy really did used to have an issue with bullying. You would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why, what happened to them? As the former director of the academy, I believe I am best positioned to answer that question. Oh, about 18 months ago, the member of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto, whatever that word means, unknown proportions. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy one after another. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all records of the incident, you see. What? Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. This student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate, okay, the other students of Team Star from any blame. And no one told me that. I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas study to the student who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad. This was not intended as a punishment, you understand. Team Star were the victims after all. I wanted the student to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Gala region under the pretext of overseas study. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the academy servers. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame. Well, we know who it is. delete files from a server, and what did Cassiopeia do at the very start of the game? Hack into our phone. It's Cassiopeia. 100%. There's a link. Computer systems and hacking. Bing, ding, bing, ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? There's your answer. So he tried to cover up the whole thing. That's terrible. After me discover what he'd done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course. But the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represent a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in the notices. So that's why the current teachers were all brought on a year and a half ago. I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Miss Harrington, how come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega, Teamstar cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. Well, there's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them, not after we've come this far. Your friends in Teamstar must mean a great deal to you. Isn't that obvious? It's because you know they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. I get you. That's cool. This will be an interesting text on Cassiopeia. Any seed's going to be planted, because we'll find out everything after the next one, which is obviously the last Team Starbase. Cube, it's me. I take it that Ortega handed over his star badge to you then? That is correct. I see. If his boss no longer around, the Rookba squad is as good as finished. Even Ortega. I'm sorry. We're almost there now, just one boss left. The operation's been a huge success thanks to you. And Clive has also performed admirably as your support. I remember him saying that you're acquaintances. Have you known each other long? No, not all that long. In the grand scheme of the game, not really, no. Well, he's clearly a reliable friend. He always reminds me of the gang back in the day. They're really trying to make you know that it is Cassiopeia who's going to be the big boss, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Which gang? As you know, Teamstar was formed by a group of students who had been bullied at school. Shortly after forming the team, these students, and other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head on. The outcome was a resounding victory for Teamstar. Though you could hardly call it a contest. The bullies didn't even put up a fight, they all bolted from battle the first chance they got. Scared spitless of Teamstar, the bullies then dropped out of school one after another, and Teamstar ended up the villains of the story. But that's neither here nor there, forget I mentioned it. Now about your reward, I'll transfer some league points over to your phone as promised. 10k, lovely. More kinds of TMs, alright. And then, yeah. Penny will be over in a second. There we go. Alright, is Karaiden gonna do the thing again? Yeah. As soon as you see the white flash, you know it's him. Becomes kind of predictable. Yeah, they just wanted the bullies to go away, but then they became the bad guys in everyone's eyes. What a joke, the students and teachers are also messed up. Even just one of them had been paying attention when everyone was getting bullied. And I've been able to tell right away that Teamstar wasn't the one in the wrong. But I guess the big boss was the one who urged everybody to face a bully despite knowing how messed up the academy is. What a massive idiot, creating Teamstar and just hoping the plan would miraculously work out. You really think so? I'm sure of it. Well, here's your reward. The next boss is the very last one, we're counting on you. Okay, indeed you seem to be. But before we go and do that, we need to do one more thing first. Because, oh wait, is that Terror Radiant? Okay, yes. But it is true that the last one is here, the fighting crew base, area of the Cap. I assume that's a silent H. But yeah, area of the Cap squad. But we need to go over and do the final Titan over here. Because that is the recommended order according to my image. Is that we do the final Titan as 17th objective and the final Team Starbase as the 18th objective. Which actually would, okay, if he's over here as the last objective, that would explain why Pokemon in this area were like level 50s, or like 40, like high 40s, 50s, you know what I mean? Down in this area, so that would explain a lot. What are you? Level 52. And you seem to be some sort of fish. You are Tatsugiri. Okay. The fact you're really small and you're level 52 makes me think you might be a pseudo dragon type. So I'm just gonna go with Side Shot. Let's see what that does. So you can't move, you're really speedy then it seems. What is Side Shock doing to you? Actually, really good damage. Alright, let's just go with an Ultra Ball, because I feel like you might be a pseudo legendary here. Let's just see what your capture is like. Maybe, maybe not. Because I did just get you with the first Ultra Ball. Let's see what type it is. I do think it's part Dragon though. Oh, Dragon Water. That would make sense because you're a fish. Alright, that's cool. This is a small dragon Pokemon and lives inside the mouth of Dondozo. Okay. To protect itself from enemies on the outside. I guess that kind of makes sense. Which is a bit weird why there's one up here then, because, you know, there's no... I don't know what Dondozo is, and I don't know where that would be, so... yeah. Oh, quick capture. Excellent, alright, there we go. Oh, what's this? Okay. We've had a cutscene of some sort. It'll be alright, it'll be a bit of Titan, won't it? Yeah, the cube. So it has that the Falls Dragon Titan lurks somewhere in this lake, yeah? But not a single person ever caught a glimpse of it. Looks like some kind of truly terrifying beast. How are we supposed to search for a find when we don't even know what it looks like? Sure, it'd be handy if it just ran around crying, "I'm the Titan" or something, if only, right? Yeah, if only. Alright, so I assume I need to go over here, yeah.